And I told one of my friends, I was like, I really feel like I just need to be the Lulu at this point. Hi friends, and welcome back to my very abandoned YouTube channel. I think this is what, my 5th time now trying to make YouTube happen. You know when you want something to happen and it just doesn't seem to be happening, but you keep coming back to the idea? I feel like that's with me and YouTube. And I just like have been wanting to create content on this platform again, even though I know that I sound like a broken record at this point, saying that I'm back and then I leave and then I'm back and then I leave. But I was reminded today that I need to just give things more time and give myself more time, and especially like giving myself more grace. And I think that the reason why I keep falling off YouTube, to be completely transparent, is I just feel like a little silly sometimes trying to create videos and then not having people see them, and feeling like I'm spending all this time and energy trying to make it happen and then wondering if it will ever happen. And I think that this time around, I just want to more so document and share my journey, and like there are things I could share that could help other people. For example, how I lost 45 pounds in the past year, or how I've been able to build discipline, or how I've been able to do all of these things in my life that I did not think that I was able to do a year ago, or that I struggled to do a year ago. And I just know that if I keep showing up and making videos, then a year from now, my life would look wildly different. But if I keep stopping and starting and stopping and starting, then it's going to look exactly the way it's looking and feeling right now. And I know that because I have already been through this cycle like a few times of wanting to start something and stopping and wanting to start and stopping. And so if you can relate to that, then I definitely feel like my channel is for you. And I know that I'm kind of going in rambles right now because, to be honest, there are so many things that I want to talk about. And I feel like it's also one of the reasons why I kept stopping with YouTube videos, is because when I look back on them, I was like, am I rambling too much? Am I just like going on about nothing? And then I just started comparing myself to other people who have been doing YouTube for a very long time, or even people who have been only been doing YouTube for a couple of months. And I just felt like I was never going to be able to catch up? And so I feel like there's a lot of reasons why we end up giving up on the things that we want. Maybe we feel like we're never going to catch up on something, or, our brains start to say, well, what's the point of doing this? Except when the idea comes to you over and over again, you kind of owe it to yourself to see where that leads you. And that's what I'm doing this time around, of seeing where it leads me, because I'm like, okay, I definitely know that I want to do this. And when I meditate, or when I do my visualizations, I know that I want to create this type of content. I want to share my story. I want to feel comfortable showing up online again. And I want to eventually do like retreats in the future. And I actually created a membership where we can do like visualization and scripting together, and we can do challenges. And it's honestly the membership that I would join myself, that I have been looking for. And that's why I created it, because I know that life can feel so lonely sometimes. And so, anyways, sidetracked. I actually don't even know what I'm going to name this YouTube video, but today I was reminded of like, what if you just kept going? If you showed up every single day without expecting the results to be there tomorrow. And when I think about my weight loss and fitness journey, I can see that if you keep showing up, something will happen. Something good will happen, because at one point in my weight loss journey, I felt like I was hitting a plateau, or even worse, I felt like nothing was working. And I had a internal conversation with myself that day when I was standing in a scale at the gym. I can either see this going two ways right now. You can either keep going but not fully believing in it, and eventually in a few weeks you might give up, or you can decide. You can decide that you're going to show up every single day, no matter what, even if you don't see the progress yet, and trust and fully trust in yourself, in the journey, and everything, and trust that a couple of months from now, the weight is going to drop off, that your body is going to change, that things are going to change. And so obviously I picked the second one. I am committing to this. I am showing up every single day, regardless of whether I see the results or not. And guess what? I ended up losing the weight. So when I think about that experience, if I apply that to here, YouTube, if I show up every single day, I don't think I'm going to show up every single day because that is a lot. That's a lot of videos. But if I show up every single week, a year from now, things are going to be different. Something is going to be different. I don't know what, but something is going to be different. I know that I'm going to be different. I know that the way I speak is going to be different. The way I feel about myself is going to be different. And I think that's why I keep coming back to wanting to do YouTube videos because that in itself is a personal growth journey. And I'm all about personal growth and how we can improve ourselves and how we can improve our lives. Because when I think about it, and I think that I have to start thinking about the story a lot more often because I used to think about it a lot, then I stopped thinking about it, stopped being like as appreciative and grateful for my life and for my journey. But when I think about like where I came from or where I was 12 years ago, I was working minimum wage jobs. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life or what I could even do with my life. And I just felt extremely, extremely lost at the time. And I didn't know if I could survive in the world. I'm just gonna be honest. I didn't know if I had any skills, anything that I was good at. And I had very low self-esteem at the time. And then I realized one day that I did not want to stay in that place. And so then I started working on myself. Then I started looking for other opportunities. Then I started being open to like other things that could come into my life. And that is how I found a job in a different industry. It ended up being very toxic, but it showed me that there were other possibilities that maybe I had not seen or been available to before. And when I just think about my past and how I could apply it to my current life or things that I've learned in the past and apply to my current life, I really just need to start showing up. And I told one of my friends, I was like, I really feel like I just need to be the Lulu at this point. I need to be a straight up the Lulu about content creation, about business, because I really did feel straight up the Lulu when I was trying to lose weight because the scale did not look like it was budging. And I was also very bad at taking progress photos at the time. And so I couldn't really compare previously to at that time. And so when I showed up to the gym every day, it was like, I don't see the number moving at all, but just trusting that things were changing internally that I could not see yet, and trusting that it was all going to come into fruition at some point. And so I feel like that is the same with this content creation journey. Even creating this video, when I first started, I was so like nervous. I was so freaked out. I think my body was actually having a reaction to me trying to create a video. And now that I've started talking, I'm like, okay, it's actually not that bad. At some point, it really does have to get better. But if you don't show up, if you keep stopping and starting and stopping and starting, I just feel like you're never fully giving yourself that opportunity or that chance to succeed. And if you want to succeed at something, at anything in life, then you have to set yourself up for success. I'm going to be sharing more about things that I do to improve my life, to improve my mindset. If that resonates with you, follow along on my journey, follow along as I learn to talk in front of the camera, I guess. It actually makes me feel a lot better knowing that other people struggle with this too, and it's not just me. I know that nothing is ever like just you, right? Like we all have a lot of universal experiences, but I do feel like when we go through those challenges or those doubts, we feel like we are the only ones struggling with it, and we are definitely not. So, with that being said, thank you so much for watching my first video back, and I hope I'll see you in the next video. Bye!